Well, we're thinking now's a good time to come together and conduct business here in this town. Let's always act like the Christians as we do this. Thank each and every one under the sound of my voice. Thank for the help that you give us. Thank for watching over us and protecting us during these storms. We ask now that we bring glory and honor to your name even through this meeting. Amen.
Amen.
If you would, please stand and we'll say pledge of allegiance. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I like to see them little kids on TV do that.
All right. All right, I'll call this meeting to order. Brenda, would you call the roll, please?
Okay. Mayor Self,
Here.
Miss Myrtle. Here. Eugene.
Here.
Brenda is absent. Floyd.
Here.
Steve.
Here.
You have a quorum, Mayor.
All right. If you would, if you have a cell phone, please mute or turn it off during the meeting. And, okay. All right, let's review the minutes from last meeting.
You want me to read them out?
Go ahead, please.
Okay, the town council meeting of September the 8th, 2014. The meeting was called to order by Mayor Self at 7 p.m. The invocation was given by Mr. Don Hale. The pledge of allegiance was given by all in attendance. Call to order, roll call. Mayor Self, Councilors Myrtle Van Cleek, Eugene Riley, Brenda Lowe, Floyd Philpott, Steve Brewer. Welcome to the public in attendance. Please mute or turn off cell phones during the meeting. The minutes of the August 11th meeting were read. A motion to accept the minutes with correction by Brenda Lowe, seconded by Myrtle Van Cleek. Motion carried. The minutes of the August 25th meeting were approved with correction. Motion made by Steve, seconded by Floyd. Motion carried. Financial reports given. A motion to accept the reports was given by Brenda Lowe and seconded by Floyd. Motion carried. Report of officers. Status of determination of who owns the roads in the town of County Line. The mayor and attorney will meet with Judge Green and Commissioner Strickland. The proposal for solid waste management plan modification from ESA, Engineering Services Associates, received. Copies provided to all council members for review. What is the council's pleasure? A motion was made by Floyd to accept ESA SWMP change proposal, seconded by Eugene. Motion carried. There being no further business, a motion to adjourn by Myrtle and seconded by Floyd. Meeting adjourned. Respectfully submitted by Brenda Philpott, Town Clerk.
Okay. Any comments or questions, corrections?
Down here.
Okay. Do we have a motion to accept?
I make a motion we accept it.
I'll second it.
Okay.
All in favor?
Brenda, you,
Sir?
Floyd made a motion.
Floyd made it, Eugene seconded.
Eugene, okay. All in favor? Motion carried. Okay. On the financial reports, as you will go with the general fund, the beginning balance was $8,323.83. The ending balance is $5,488.63. The major expenditure this month was $1,695. Was a payment to ESA for the solid waste management plan change, and the rest of it was routine business expenses. Any questions on the general fund? Okay. The next is the 2 and 7 account. Beginning balance, $6,011.14. Ending balance, $6,149.53.
You're looking at 2 and 7?
2 and
Yeah.
7.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. Okay.
All right. Questions and comments on 2 and 7 account? All right, the 4, 5, and 6 account. Our beginning balance was $6,780.70. And ending balance, $6,930.23. Questions or comments? Okay. And the last is the capital improvements fund. No change in the balance. Beginning and ending balance, $5,126.78.
What is the reason that we have to keep, excuse me, the town, county capital improvements, why don't we keep that separate from?
Because it's a separate account.
It's required
Has to be.
state law,
Oh, it is?
yeah, and that money comes from the Alabama Trust Fund.
Okay.
It's a portion that we get every year.
And it can only be used for capital improvement.
I understand that.
Okay. All right, any questions or comments or corrections on the financial reports? All right, do we have a motion?
I say we, go ahead.
You make a motion to accept?
Second.
Who's second?
Gene did.
Gene did.
All right,
Well, would you not supposed to?
all in favor?
Well, somebody got to
All
say something.
right, motion carried. Okay. All right, reports of standing committees. We have none today. Our special committees, none. And reports of officers. We did meet with Probate Judge Green and Commissioner Strickland this past month. I thought the meeting went very well. And as a result of that meeting, we're going to entertain a resolution tonight to turn the roads over to the county commission. So, would you like to add anything to?
No, Mayor, I think that the meeting was very productive. They were very receptive. I think that the town had the law on its side and the issue was there. Even the fact that the county takes them over is not going to guarantee that the roads are going to be fixed. And I think Commissioner Strickland was looking at his budget and thinking that the town was wanting a lot of changes or improvements to the road, and I kind of reaffirmed with him. I think that at this point the town would be satisfied just with some routine maintenance to the road. But maybe at some point in time they can include in it and do some things, especially the Cobb Brazil Road, to improve it some. One question did come up about, and Mayor Self had the right-of-way there, is how much right-of-way that the town had on both sides of Cobb Brazil Road. And I think that there's 60 feet or 40 feet.
20 feet to each side.
There's 40 feet all the way down. One statement that did come out of the meeting was if the county had to take a tree out here or there, and just as a council standpoint, I think if you want them to fix the road and they need to move a tree, then that's their call.
That's right.
And so You know, we kind of reassure them that the town's gonna take the position, whatever the county needs to do to maintain the road, that's what they need to do, so.
And I think based on this right-of-way deed for the public road, it gives them authorization to take at least 20 feet to each side. And I think the residents of Coppersville are going to have to be receptive to the idea. If we have to move more trees, they're going to have to be moved. If you want a road
Well,
up there.
and I think certainly couldn't have it both ways. When, you know, if we want to work the road, then they need to do what they need to do to work the road.
Yeah.
Let me
And that was
say, as
the
a resident of the Coppersville, they can have every one of mine.
I didn't think it was gonna be a problem.
I
well,
thought that someone had said before that they had already had permission long ago to remove
Well, there-
whatever trees they needed.
There was a problem with a tree being damaged, and the county was sued in
Really?
Coppersville.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was the only question that really
Yeah.
came up, and I think,
Well, if they do widen it to the full 20 feet each side of center, there's going to be a whole bunch of trees going.
Yeah.
Fence lines and everything.
I mean, it's just,
And I'm okay with that.
Well, I think
Well, they need
everybody
it.
would be
But,
okay if it gets the road.
and the other thing that came up out of that same discussion was what was buried along Coppersville. We knew the water line was buried. That's why I was asking earlier if there anything else buried.
As far as I know, I don't know of anything else that's been buried outside of the water line. The power and the phone and the cable all run overhead on the power lines.
or any of the poles on the right of way.
Yeah, they will have to be moved as well.
Okay.
And I don't, certainly not saying that they're gonna go in and start trying to widen it anytime immediately, but I mean, if the funds come available. The biggest project that came out at me, that Commissioner Strickland has a bridge project that's gonna come out of his budget for the coming fiscal year, which is gonna take a lot of it for this coming year, and so probably wouldn't be anything other than maybe some routine maintenance done in this coming budget year, but maybe after that, it can be a lot of where it can be some real improvement.
That's more than what we paid.
Yeah.
And I told him if they just mow it,
Go.
make a lot of people happy, so, you know, that,
Right. So anyway, that brings us to the resolution. And I'll go ahead and read it off here. The resolution to request that Blount County Commission assume the maintenance of road within the town limits. Be it resolved that the town council of the county of Line, Alabama hereby requests that the Blount County Commission assume the responsibility for the construction of new roads and or maintenance of existing roads within the town limits of County Line. Okay.
Is that over?
one thing in that, Mayor, that this is a two-part process. The council needs to address the resolution requesting the county, and then at the next commission meeting, the county will do a reciprocal resolution accepting responsibility for the road maintenance. So that's one reason we need to do that tonight, so that resolution will go before the commission at their next meeting, which I think would be not this Thursday, but maybe the next Thursday, their work session. So we've got good timing in that. So they'll do a reciprocal resolution accepting once y'all address this resolution.
Okay, so the council has to agree on this one.
Yes.
And then do we have to send it back to them? Or-
Well,
Well,
if
you're
I can
gonna
get
take
it,
it
I'll get a
back?
copy and get it back to Judge Green, and then
Okay.
we'll bring back another copy
Okay.
of their resolution, so you can have the complete record of it.
Okay.
So is everybody gonna sign that or
Well,
Oh.
well,
what? I'm sorry. Got ahead of
one
myself.
thing at a time. All right. We need a motion. Do we need to have a motion to consider on the first reading?
I think we should vote.
Now, I think you'd have to have a call for
I'll
vote for the
make the
resolution
motion.
and have everybody that's in agreement
Okay.
sign the
I'll make the
resolution.
motion. One of you
We
second.
accept it.
Come on. Okay, all right.
All in favor?
Lloyd, you made the
I
motion.
did.
Who will second it?
Steve.
Okay.
All right. And motion has carried. And I'll go ahead and, everybody got a pen?
So everybody can sign it and give it to Greg.
Go ahead and Myrtle. While everybody's signing that, I'll go on to our next point of business. Are any other questions before I go any further? Any other questions or comments about the roads?
Yes. If they accept the resolution, does that mean we're gonna turn over our road funds to them, or?
I'm sure that will be negotiated. We haven't, we probably will.
Okay.
I mean, that's-
They had this same arrangement with 2 other towns, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
The town of Rosa and Highland Lake
Mhm.
both do the same thing, so
Well, they're not gonna get a whole lot of money, and they know that, because we don't get much from Blount County.
they're on the short end of the stick
Yeah.
with that, so.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I was just curious.
All right, if there are no other questions on roads, I'll go on to the next item, and that is our public hearing on the 3rd of November. Our notice has been published in the Banner Herald the last 2 Fridays. And so it's going to appear 2 more times, and then we're going to hold the public hearing for the proposed changes to the solid waste management plan. And that will be held here November 3rd at 7 o'clock.
Okay. 7 o'clock, November 3rd.
Yes, sir.
That's different than a regular time zone. I mean, regular time meet, regular meeting time.
The regular meeting time, 7 o'clock.
Okay.
But Brenda, have we had any requests for copies or
Haven't had-
received any
I have
comments?
not heard anything about anything on the.
Well, I don't,
announcement.
it doesn't surprise me. I don't really expect that people are going to object with the solid waste management plan going away.
Well, I thought maybe that there would be a certain group that might be here.
But we'll wait and see.
That's right, but that's all we can do is wait and see,
Yeah.
can't predict.
Anyway, but that's where we stand on that. The proposal was submitted to ADEM for their initial review, and it came back approved on their initial review. So now we just have to complete our public hearing, collect any public comments, listen, allow people to speak at the public hearing, answer questions, present their information, and then we package it and ship it off. Well, actually, we'll pass a resolution at the next council meeting, which will be the following Monday, to submit it to ADEM.
Are you gonna be here, Mr. Reed?
If y'all would like, also.
If you don't mind,
That's the day before election
yeah.
day.
Yes, the third election is November 4th.
Yes, well, I wanted to make sure that we had it before our next council meeting, but I didn't want to do it on, of course, Tuesday night was out of the question.
No, I mean, I could change, but, whatever.
But we're gonna have it on Monday,
Okay,
so,
since that's our
regular, Monday at 7 o'clock. So, are there any questions or comments on the proposal to the solid waste management plan?
Could you read a copy of what's in the paper? Is it very long?
It's 500 words. It's quite a few words,
Oh,
but I did,
He put it on my email, it's in there.
I can send you a copy of it,
If we could pull it.
of the notice. I did make, last night when I finally got around to reading my Friday's edition of that
The
banner,
banner.
I did scan it, so I do have a PDF copy that appeared in the paper.
Oh,
You
okay.
do have a copy of from the paper, I'd like to have that. I guess I could get a subscription to the banner.
Save your $20.
Yeah.
The banner give you a proof of publication once it's run.
Yeah, I think after the fourth appearance, they should be giving us, which we have to submit that along with paperwork to ADM,
Oh, okay,
the proof of publication.
okay.
But for my own purposes, I'm keeping paper and
Everything.
making copies of scanning it, so. All right. Does the council have anything else needs to be
I
brought
don't
up?
have any. You got anything?
Public comments?
Anybody got nothing to say?
Okay.
If you're gonna have a bigger crowd for the public meeting than you got tonight, well, I don't think you had no trouble.
Well, like I say, I don't really expect a big crowd. I do expect some people, probably see the same faces at that meeting that we have tonight. But, we won't know until that day. But I would kind of gauge it by the number of requests or contacts that
And
we've had.
we may have some later, or whatever, but I have not had any yet.
Okay.
So.
You don't expect me to bake cookies for that?
No, ma'am. If they want your cookies, you're gonna have to come to the regular meeting.
There you go.
There you go.
So, all
I'll make
right,
2 pots of coffee.
I have nothing else on the agenda.
Okay, I have one thing, just for the council, so y'all don't have to listen.
I know what it comes up.
He's already heard it, because I've already fussed at him. But I was absent last meeting, and the mayor took notes. And the mayor had the video on, but the sound, I could not hear. I could hear Greg, plain as day. But I couldn't hear anything that these people were saying, whether it was a motion or a second or a whatever. So you're gonna have to speak up. You're gonna have to, including the mayor, and he has the microphone in front of him, but he doesn't talk loud enough to be heard.
Well, last week I didn't have,
Well, I know, but I've heard your other recordings, and they're not very clear, so. And I wore my hearing aids, I turned the sound up.
We're supposed to hear that.
when we start rolling in money, then we'll get the PA system.
There you go.
No, we don't have to spend any money, all you have to do is speak up. When you say something, say it. And Brenda's the world's worst, and I'm sorry she's not here, because I'm gonna get her next time. She sounds like she's talking to Buddy every time, talking to the mayor, because she leans in like this, and if I'm here, I can sometimes hear her. But that's the only thing I have, is that you better speak up or forever hold your peace. It's not gonna be in the minutes if you don't.
All right. Anything else, Brenda?
No, that's all.
I make a motion we adjourn.
I heard that.
He's second. Good, they did that too.
Myrtle, I heard Myrtle.
Did you hear
Eugene?
No, I didn't hear Jean.
Eugene seconded.
Did you talk over Myrtle, or did you try to talk
No,
over?
we spoke back.
All right, all in
Okay,
favor?
I've got it then.
All right.
Put your hand up.
Thank you.
Motion carried. Meeting is adjourned.